Hey, what's going on? Doing this again. A quick little instant reaction to this Clippers Lakers game, this night game that happened after Bucks 76ers. So let's just hop right into it, man. LeBron got off to an early start, got off to an aggressive start. I like to see that, especially in his old age of 37. But going on from that, I mean, seeing Lonnie Walker kind of taking up that Malik Monk role, where the athletic wing who can play some defense, get out in transition, score. And he's the third guy. It seems like he's carving out that role for himself, as we're seeing that he probably has the third biggest green light behind AD and LeBron on this team. They say, you know what, Lonnie, we need an extra scorer, and hopefully you can be that for us. So he's got a big green light. Let's see if Lonnie can keep that up. Personally, I don't think the shooting is going to be consistent, but I do think the slashing and the defense can be something that he can really set a stamp on and set his mark on this team. And then the AD injury update. I don't want to make any of these jokes yet because that was an injury that you just can't prevent. Got caught in the air, and everybody in that position gets injured. Everybody in that position is wincing. Everybody in that position does not feel the same, and it's harder to move up and down the floor after that. Let's get to Russ. And let me preface this whole Rush spiel by saying I understand that 2016 MVP, one of my favorite seasons of all time. Russ is a first ballot Hall of Famer. I get that. And I think that he's still good enough to be in the NBA, but not with the mindset that he has. The Russ Chronicles, he goes 0 for 11, 0 for 6 from 3. At a certain point, it's funny when you can hear the crowd audibly booing or audibly groaning when he's getting it wide open on the three-point line because even the crowd knows we don't want you shooting that shot. So what must the other team be thinking? They're game planning just for that. Austin Reeves wasn't getting many looks from three, and Candace Parker on the broadcast mentioned it. Maybe that's because the Clippers are saying everyone but Austin Reeves can have those shots. Let's limit him, let's cut him off and force these other people to take these shots. And here's the thing about Russ too, because he's not just missing shots, the costly turnovers. He's not making layups. Some of Russ's turnovers almost feel like they count as double because of how terrible they are. When LeBron passes to him at the top of the key, he catches it in rhythm. No one near him. You shoot that three. You don't hesitate, dribble to the basket, draw out Zubac, and then caught in no man's land with 3 seconds left, and then have to force up a terrible, terrible shot. I just think some of the decision making isn't there for Russ. You can see the team plays better when he's not on the floor. However, with that being said, that Russ versus Kawhi matchup in the fourth quarter, Kawhi had a very tough bucket turning into the lane, getting it off glass. The other three times, Russ won those, two of them being steals, the third one being a travel on Kawhi Leonard. I think if Russ changes his mindset and decides, you know what, I'm not bringing that offensive firepower like I used to, instead, let me really lock in on defense and make my opponent go through hell for the time that I'm out there. I think that'll help him out tremendously. If he's going to give you nothing, like I said, offensively, he's got to become a defensive spotlight for the Lakers. All right, moving to the Clippers, man. This was more of a feel out game for the Clippers more than a must win for the Clippers. If this is the first time fully healthy in a long time, we're seeing Kawhi back, PG back, even some players like Norman Powell who are back in the lineup. The thing is, they didn't execute down the stretch, which was a little concerning for me. We've seen the Clippers lose leads before, but knowing Ty Lue, knowing what that team's about and the talent they have, it's only a matter of time till they get that camaraderie. My question with Kawhi is that I'm not too worried about him. I'm not too worried about the load management or anything, but this kind of reminds me of the 2019 Raptors. And let me know in the comments if you agree with me, where the Raptors decided, you know what? We're going to sit you a lot of games. We're not going to play you that often because our team is so good already that even with you on the bench, we'll still be a 4, 5, 6 seed. When you come back, we want you 120%, not 110, not 100%, 120%, so that when he comes back in the playoffs, he can absolutely wreak havoc. However, the one thing that could be a problem that arises is at a certain point in that Raptors season, people were saying maybe they're better off without Kawhi because he'd come back in the lineup and he's been gone for so long where that chemistry isn't there anymore and these teammates aren't playing the same way, playing as freely as they would without someone already getting an automatic 20 shots on on offense. But here's the thing: we saw with the Raptors, he won a championship, so I'm not too worried about that. That's Clippers Lakers recap. Like I said, and I'll put it right here. This was the recap for the what was it called? Yeah, this was the recap for Warriors Lakers. That's slate, and told you guys, and I told you in the opening night recap, I'm fading the Lakers. I love Lonnie Walker. I have no disrespect towards him. If you're really gonna be the third guy and expect to put up 22, 24 points a night, I'm betting against that team every night. Clippers pulled it out. I also took Zubac over 8.5 boards because I knew the Lakers would be breaking a lot of shots. Take the center that's going to eat all those up. He easily got it. I think he finished with 13 or 14. So we're doing well right now. Let's just keep this rolling. I'll be there for tomorrow. Let's see what slate looks like. I think we've got 11 games. So until then, see y'all later. Peace.